if we're good just to jump in right now to our Marvel portion. Yeah, we got a lot of great stuff. I got a feeling that tonight's going to be a good night. We're bringing the boom, boom, pow. So let's just get it started. You know what I'm talking about. All right, so a few quick things to kick off. We are really happy for you guys to join us. Thank you for all the Pulse Premium members out there. We are going to be doing a special giveaway today. So, and you'll see more of this item later tonight, but the HasLab Sentinel, the crowning achievement of the Marvel Legends team at Hasbro. We're so eager for that to ship later this year. We, as a token of our appreciation for you premium members, we're going to be giving away a Sentinel. So how is this going to work? All right, so from now until 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the dot, you have your chance to enter. This is open to US and UK premium members. You do need to be a premium member, and we will have the ability to check this. But what you're going to do is you're going to put a hashtag "Send Me a Sentinel" into the chat. And then the great Pulse team working behind the scenes is going to export everyone who hashtag "Send Me a Sentinel" in the Pulse live stream chat. And then we're going to announce a winner. We have a special guest later this evening, and he's going to help us announce a winner. So one lucky premium member is going to get their very own Sentinel later this year when it comes out. So that's point number one. Point number two is something that we've also been working on. We're going to call it the Marvel Legends from the Vault photo contest. And so what this is we want to see all of the great collections from Marvel Legends fans out there. You're going to go on Facebook or Instagram, take a picture of your setup. You know, you've seen my setup behind me. Dan's setup is temporary, but it still looks amazing, on point. Dwight's as well. For those of you who remember what our offices looked like, Dwight's office with every single Legends figure ever made, that's probably the greatest. But we love everyone's, ability to display the figures that they love. So you're going to take a picture, you're going to share it out with some hashtags. And then what's really cool about this is the winner, what we're going to do, because guys, I'm such a hoarder at the office. These other guys will tell you. But I have basically every Legends item since I started working on the business in full. So that means from 2016 through today, every Legends figure Hasbro has ever made. A few small exceptions, things that weren't actually sold right in stores or whatnot, but that includes Comic-Con exclusives. That includes everything we've done. So the winner is going to have their pick of any item that we've made since 2016. You make the call. So whatever's missing from your collection, that holy grail item that you haven't been able to track down, that one missing piece, that's yours. And then we're going to keep this contest running, hopefully, so that once an item is chosen, it's kind of off the board, and then the next winner gets their pick. But we have so many items. I think I want to say like close to 500 items. I had to go through them all for the terms and conditions, so check those out. But that's going to be a great contest. So more details to come. We'll have some social posts explaining that. This contest is going to kick off starting tomorrow after the Fan Fest festivities. And then we'll run for a little bit, and then we'll get to our winners. So more details on that, but a really exciting chance for you guys to show us your awesome Marvel collections and win a prize of your choosing, I should add. All right, so let's just jump right in, guys. Do you think we should maybe start with the reveal? Dwight, Dan, how do you guys feel about that?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah, man, they want us to shut up and just show products. Let's do it, man.
I could keep monologuing. No, that's all good. All right, so we had one planned reveal for you guys. So this is we get a lot of requests from the fans for more X-Men, a very particular kind of X-Men. And one of the teams we know, we've been getting closer to checking them off, but haven't completed them quite yet, is X-Force. We'll just throw that out there, right? So this first figure we are going to reveal will be coming out on the Hasbro Pulse sometime later this year. But if we have the picture of that, we can show off the gorgeous render done there. Dwight, take him through this character. What are we looking at here?
Yeah, we got Domino here in one of her looks from the 90s X-Force books. She's got these big, beautiful, scalloped, light purple metallic shoulder pads, a really great classic head sculpt with the short hair and that helmet piece that she wore just in the front of her face. A couple of blasters, of course, because it is Domino. And the classic kind of a grayish blue base color with the offset white is pretty cool. And she's got these cool, you can't see them too great in this image, but she has a sculpted armor on her double female comic elbows. I don't know if this is the first double female comic normal scaled female, but it's something you're going to be seeing a lot more of coming forward. So,
wait, Dwight, did you say double elbow? Is that what you said?
Yeah, they can all the fans can finally come up with something else to razz me about when we get back out on the convention tour, because that's been their like go-to staple for the last 10 to 15 years. So bad news for all of you fanboys out there. You're gonna have to come up with more things to yell at me and insult me about, which I'm sure won't take you long to figure out. Plenty of things to hit me with, but double elbows are off the table, boys and girls. They're coming.
On to the next common request. So that Domino figure is awesome. Dan, do you think we should sell it? Oh, there's the image. Dan, what are we looking at, Dan?
Well, so Brian, Dwight, you guys know I like to keep my promises. And last year I made a promise that in 2021, somebody's legs were going to come out. So you know what it is. Cannonball's legs. So here they are. I told you, I didn't really tell you exactly how they're going to come out, but here's his legs. We decided, the legs was the only thing, right, guys?
Accessory pack.
A one and a half pack.
Yeah, 1.5 pack. That's what we should do. Yeah, definitely. But Ryan, what do you think we should be nice? What do you think?
Well, it is in the spirit of Fan Fest, and where the fans come first, those who weren't happy with that amazing revolutionary blast effect that had never before been done in action figure form. No, we are going to give you the full cannonball. So let's go show that off here.
Next
it was like
image.
A soft fade. It was like a soft fade.
I saw the fade.
Just for a split second. It was like, ooh, oh, and then we took it away.
Bring him back. Dwight, what's different about this cannonball this time around? Aside from the legs.
Yes. Well, he's got femurs, which is, a huge plus this time around. But along with his femurs, he has a new deco pattern, once again, to partner up with Domino. So he's got a lot of light purples all over him, the split leg costume design. The jacket has been recolored, shirt. And I don't know if we have a picture of it or if it's going to be something that we show later, because, I'm not very good at doing my homework and I don't actually study the stuff you guys send me as best as I probably should. But there is going to be an alternate head for Cannonball as well. So I think this is the new one.
Yeah, this is the new head. So he was screaming when he was on the blast effect. Now he's calmed down a little bit and gets to hang out with Domino here.
When he was nigh invulnerable, right?
Nigh invulnerable while he's blasting. So how are these figures coming out later this year? Well, we said they're going to be on the Pulse. We don't know. But those two characters in those types of costumes might remind some of you longtime Legends fans, long before Dan or I were here. Dwight was actually working on it back then, but it reminds us of a previous item, which I pulled a reference image of, if we want to just show that. So we're not saying that we're going to actually do the exact same thing as Dwight and folks did in 2007, but maybe we were inspired by this.
You should not be inspired by that. That was okay. You know what? Why'd you have to show that, man? It's like that's rude, dude. I had some growing pains back when I was beardless. All right, come on.
How far we've come. I think some of those figures actually had finger articulation. So that was pretty good.
They did. They could do this.
Yeah.
Or they could do this. Hello. Goodbye. Hello. It was a very odd wave.
So there you have it. Your exclusive first reveal, unleakable reveals, by the way. So Cannonball and Domino later this year. How will they be coming out? Who knows?
The best kind of reveals.
I just gave myself a really nice segue. Speaking of finger articulation, it just appeared to me. So speaking of that, let's get to the main event. The first main event. We have several today. Dwight, I believe you were nice enough to get some Sentinel models for us to walk through, and that's something we're gonna go through now if you want to. And I'll just kick it off by something that I was most excited for this Sentinel is that each hand has so many points of articulation from the fingers. I have some one Sentinel posed out behind me, and it's been really fun playing with them. So let's take the fans through the Sentinel and just kind of from the top. Like, what do you want to just show them first?
Well, let me just bring the big boy up here. He's been hanging out with me in my basement. Slide this guy over a little bit.
Look at
and
that.
He's been battling cable for the last hour or so, which is kind of impressive because it just shows how high quality the tentacle is on this guy's arm. So he can keep his arm out stretched. He can keep cable, a character of that size, suspended for. He's been sitting next to me for at least a half hour. I'll take his cable out of there, unwrap him in this amazing wire bendy, which I think is, what we say, 18 inches, something like that. It's, pretty impressive just by itself in comparison. Let's do some comparisons, some comparative shopping. The tentacle itself is taller than our Marvel Universe Sentinel that we did back in, I don't know how many. And if you put the Sentinel next to the Sentinel, let's give you guys a side by side of product to product. That's it. You can't even see him. That is how big difference we get for Sentinel to Sentinel, which is pretty impressive. His head is so high it goes off frame. So that's all we need for the little guy, little baby Sentinel. That's the cool thing about Sentinels, though, right? They're all different sizes. They have the little ones, the itty bitty ones. They have the Bastion ones, and they have this guy, and then there's also even the skyscraper ones. So that's one of the coolest things about this character is all Sentinels are in play still for your collection. And I think we said a while ago, this was like the year of the Sentinel. We've got multiples coming. You got Nimrod. You got, I can't think of his name. I always get it wrong. Dan, somebody help me out. What's the three-headed one that we just did?
The Theta Sentinel?
There you go. Thank you, Theta Sentinel. So we have Theta Sentinel just came out. We got this Sentinel. We got a lot of robots this year. And there's even more robots coming. There's a lot of big, awesome robots coming that you guys don't even know about yet. So sorry, you guys got to wait a little bit longer because I don't think we're talking about them. We're talking about this guy. But as you can see, he is gorgeous. He is virtually fully painted. There's a little bit of molded plastic on this guy, but he has a gorgeous metallic sheen across his deep blue purples to his brighter, more magenta purples. Fully articulated arms go out, double elbows. They go about 90 degrees just because he's so thick and massive, which, something that you guys are accustomed to for the big guys. With his arm, his hands can palm up, and it can kind of give you a nice kind of repulsor blast. If you pull them forward on the post a little bit, which kind of gets the hands towards popping off, you can get his hand fully back for a nice tentacle blast. Or as you can see, we put a little bit of red deco on his palm to give him some kind of a blast effect. And
can you show them how that wrist has the little flap there that can actually pop out if you need to?
Yeah, this flap goes up and down a little bit just to kind of complete the armor, but it just pops right off. So it's just got, the male-female ports, and it plugs right in there, snaps back in, and you're good to go. So like Ryan said, this guy's hand is fully articulated. We could be like the Count from Sesame Street, and 1, 2, 3, all the different articulation points. But you can get this guy gripping, holding. All I have is a Bastion here in front of me and the big cable, but he can hold up any figure you want him to, grip him, grab him, do whatever you want. Get that thumb down so it can actually hold him in a C grip.
And we know that our fans, like with the Infinity Gauntlet, they will be responsible and appropriate with how they choose to position all of that articulation. Totally.
Oh, totally. Yeah, totally appropriate sign language only, right? I know our sign language and Mr. Stevie's sign language is a little bit different from our side of the pond to his, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I just want to
show off the lasers, man.
The lasers? You want to see some lasers? All right. So big guy here, he's got his reactor in his chest, right? A simple tap activates him and he powers up. And it kind of changes from one color to another. And the first color you see is kind of a yellowy. There's a little bit of a red paint on his chest, which gives it a little bit of a creepy glow. But if yellow is not your thing, that's cool. We thought about that. So tap it again, and he will change to green. And if you don't like green, tap it a third time. And it goes to a very classic evil red. So along with those three clips, and they'll stay on just for, 10 to 20 seconds. I don't remember exactly how long before it fades off. it's got a couple little Easter eggs tricked out in it as well. So if you tap and hold this for 2 seconds, it gets all sparky, battle damagey before its head fries out, and it goes into a white heart pulse till that eventually will flicker and die as well. And if you want something for display purposes and you are taking some photography and you don't have the patience of running back and forth to tap his chest, if you tap and hold his chest for about 3 seconds after the glitching's over, he powers up and he will cycle through a very long sequence of light. I think this is about a 9 to 10 minute clip that the lights stay on. They start in his prime red, is kind of the hero evil look for Sentinels, and then it'll cycle to purple, and then I believe it ends on blue before ultimately powering down. So there's a lot of different like color variations in his chest and eyes, which is really cool. And it's nice to have the variety, because if you were one of those amazing, awesome guys who bought more than one of these things and you want to do more with them than just have Mr. Sentinel here, as you know, you guys activated all the stretch goals because you're absolutely awesome. And you have the battle damaged head, which has only one functioning eye. The other eye is permanently blacked out. So when it goes onto this body, you'll never get that eye to light. You have the master mold, and I'll pop these on in a second. You've got the Tri-Sentinel, gold. There it is, gold. Kind of a bronzier gold. Silver, so 3 different faces, 3 different mouth ports for whatever he's doing. You got the crowd control head with the speaker. You got the wires for just, wires. And then you got like a triple blast effect. So, you can mow down your mutants in all sorts of horrible ways. Along with that, talk about mowing things down, you got a battle damaged hand, which just pops right off of his wrist. As you can see, it's a really meaty port, which is really cool. And this hand has a full articulation on that as well. The battle damage hand does not have any articulation. It's more just kind of a showpiece, but the wrist does still move, so you can still have it posed out. And characters like Wolverine, which actually would be perfect for this hand, for slicing and dicing, it just snaps right on there. And you get that cool extra hand as well. Articulation, he has a upper rocker, so it allows you to kind of get him moving around back and forth. He has an inverted ab crunch for bending forward, bending up, so you can get this guy kind of looking wherever you need him to. And he's got a quite impressive amount of leg movement. I apologize for grabbing you by the crotch. Some things just are, inappropriate awesome, but you got the full-on Jean-Claude, chair splits for the Sentinel. He has double articulated knees. His thighs swivel, as you'd expect. His knees go back, so you get the bottom one to move. So about there. The ankles have a bit of a rocker to them, so they can pivot front or in and out. And we painted the boot repulsors on his feet. So in case you have this guy stomping down on a mutant, you have like the cool effects fully painted and thought of. Or there was something else I was going to say, and it just escaped me because it's late in the day and I'm not that smart. So, there you go. And then the foot does pivot back and front slightly. And it has a little bit of a rocker to it. So let's see if I can get this to show you guys. He's not the easiest thing to manipulate. I apologize. He's about, he's over 8 pounds somewhere. But I don't know why I looked at him like he's going to tell me. Like I said, it's live. It's live TV, everybody. But he does have a bit of a ankle pivot rocker as well. So
that's right. I weighed him earlier, and he is 137 ounces to be specific. So that is about over 8.5 pounds of just pure mutant hunting menace there.
Yeah, and and as you guys know, there's more mutant hunting that goes along with him. You have Bastion, you have female Prime, you have an alternate male Prime head. So you can, and these, I know it's my camera, they probably don't look that great anyways, but these are still a little bit early. We're working to tweak these to get these even more impressive to match what you guys saw in the crowdfund. Like Bastion's face is still missing some of the deco washes, wipes, his chest reactor is not popping enough. So we're still trying to improve these and clean them up so there is high quality and perfect for all of you Marvel Legends freaks and geeks out there, because we know that everything, all the little bits and bobbles mean a lot to you. Oh, look at this. It's next to him. We got this little buddy. Oh, look at that. Cute little buddy Sentinel. Baby Sentinel, big Sentinel, middle Sentinel. We got it all covered.
Can we get nerdy and just really quickly show them how the batteries work? How do we install it?
Sure. Can we show him the cool, awesome little freaky head too underneath there? Check this little bad guy out. He's got this cute little, like, oh, what a happy little cute, like, robot head. He's adorable. And he can get, there we go. So now we got the master mold. So back of this Titan, it has a very seamless designed plate that you can just pop right off. And there's your battery hatch. So it's completely hidden and integrated into the design of this guy. So there doesn't, you don't see any of the battery hatch at all when it's assembled. And it just snaps, as you heard, snaps in there really nice and tight. It's pretty solid, locked in. He's got a little PVC diaper type piece so that it doesn't hinder his hip movement. And that is our wonderfully impressive, my little buddy, like he can just sit here with me, which is kind of cool, hang out with you guys and all of his mutant hunting, badness. So that's our Sentinel. I hope you guys like it. It was an amazing project to work on for the whole team. Dan and Ryan, which you see all the time, our team members that always want to remain nameless because they hate me calling them out. And then, the creative services team with Ben and everybody over there, everybody. I mean, this thing was a massive project through all departments, QA, finance, everything was thrown into this thing. And we are super pleased and proud of him. And I've enjoyed playing with this guy a lot, battling some X-Men, taking some pictures that I'll hopefully share with you guys soon. But I absolutely love this guy. I think he turned out really cool. There we go. Oh, he's so little friend. Yeah, that's the big guy. What do you? I mean, I hope you guys are happy, and I hope that you guys supported it. And if you didn't support it, I'm sorry, because you're missing out on a really impressive centerpiece for your Marvel Legends collection. The biggest, most impressive thing we've done today.
So far, let's just leave it at that. Yeah. So we last week we went into the office and did an FVP review together, which we don't really do as much these days, given the remote working situation. But it was nice to be back in just for a little bit, and we were reviewing it. We were unboxing it. It was it's like a team lift to open the box and slide them out there. It comes in this really protective, nice kind of styrofoam tray with all the different pieces positioned in there. So we think you guys are going to love it. Stay tuned tomorrow, where we might be going a little bit deeper on Ben's side and the creative services teams and really showcasing the packaging. So we wanted to focus today on the actual figure itself and the articulation and the details and some of those features, but really excited to share the packaging with you tomorrow. So now we thought we would answer some questions that were submitted in advance. I have 3 kind of marked here, and some additional live questions might pop on as we go. A reminder, you have 7 minutes to enter the Sentinel giveaway in the chat with a hashtag of hashtag send me a Sentinel. So a couple of minutes left to get in on that. But guys, let's go through some of these questions that we saw. So first up was John from Facebook asks, do you plan on making bigger Build-A-Figures using the 12-inch molds? So let me just, I think I know what he's asking. Dwight, feel free to jump in after this, but sure. Just kind of technically speaking, right, that 12-inch line of Legends we did from 2016 to 2018, which we all worked on too, those are awesome. I love that Wolverine figure, for instance. But just a quick note on that those were a whole nother scale, right? Those were not really meant to live within the 6-inch realm. So those figures aren't really designed to be broken down and reconstructed as Build-A-Figures need to be. So the short answer to that is no. But if the answer is, would we consider looking at larger Build-A-Figures? I think we've shown with Stiltman, who I have in over my left shoulder there, that we're looking at innovative ideas, right? We love seeing, we love getting tagged in these things on Twitter and Instagram, right, Dan, about people having their Stiltman who's like taller than their garage outside. So keep doing that, and we'll try to continue to be innovative when it comes to the much beloved Build-A-Figure. So any other thoughts about that, Dwight?
No, I think you covered a lot of it, almost all of it, Brian. I appreciate that. The packaging that we have for Legends is pretty limiting, as you guys have seen. We've had some amazing figures like a Sugar Man face that comes with a Jean Grey accessory. We had a Hulkbuster torso that came with a Black Widow accessory. We got Hulkbuster behind me. The Hulkbuster, the Sugar Man, the Juggernaut are about the limits of what we can develop and fit into our current packaging structure. So that's about as big as we can fit in this current era of Legends. But like Ryan said, if it's something that you guys want or something that you guys would like to see made, there's no reason why we couldn't look to have deluxes or super deluxes. I mean, we have MODOK out there right now, which is an absolutely amazing figure. And I would have been incredibly challenging to try to fit into our package structure. So while the Build-A-Figures themselves are going to remain in that 9-inch, 8-inch scale, depending. I mean, we just worked on we just reviewed one this week that's a little bit of a different format than what you guys are used to, and it's absolutely amazing. So there's some cool stuff still coming that's a little bit different than what you're used to, but don't be expecting those big 12-inch guys in a Build-A-Figure program anytime soon.
Great. So let's move on to another question. This one came to us from Instagram from Rainbow Brute. Did I say that correctly? Hopefully I did. So their question was, Marvel fans are very vocal on social media.
No.
How does Hasbro take comments and feedback and incorporate it into toys? So I'll lead off with this, and then you guys jump in with your thoughts. So I'll just say that, like Uatu, the Watcher, we always keep a close eye on the feedback from Legends fans, whether that's on social media, YouTube, what used to be like message boards and kind of fan forums. And what's awesome about Marvel is just the breadth of characters from both comic and now cinematic. So everyone has their favorite character. Everyone has a long list of characters who they'd love to see in the line. So we just try to make as many fans possible as we can. We get some variety in there. If your figure that you want to see made hasn't been made yet, don't give up hope. You never know what's possible in the future. We're doing more Legends than ever these days. So just kind of, hang in there, and hopefully we'll get to them in the future. Yeah. So Dan, go ahead, guys.
Let's say I do a lot of crying when I see what they write online, because, it goes all over the place, but sometimes you just need a good cry, and that's okay. So,
me and Ryan usually try to translate it in a very nicer way, so that in meetings we're just like, hey Dwight, what about this?
Is that where all the ideas come from?
No. But to answer the question, I think our brand team, like Dwight, Ryan, everybody on our team, I always joke that we always keep the ears to the streets, right? So we're always watching everything. We read what everybody says. We honestly like honest feedback. So we try to incorporate as much as possible if it makes business sense. And if what we announce tomorrow at FanFest is not your holy grail, don't worry, be patient. I'm sure one of us has already seen it out there, and we're trying to make a case to have a plan for it in the future.
Yeah, don't be shy, man. Reach out to us. Let us know what you guys are thinking about, what's important to you, because we're only going to get better if we hear honest criticism, and and the occasional praise is always welcome as well. But let us know what you're thinking, because it just helps immensely, and hopefully this world of not being around anybody is coming to an end soon, and we will all be back together with lots of high fives and hugs. But until then, that's the best way to let us know what you guys like and don't like about the current line. So keep letting us know.
All right. So there was one more question I had here. This was also via the Instagram, and it was from Heroes United 22. Simple question, but I think one that's probably on the minds of a lot of fans is, when will we see the Disney Plus waves come out? So yeah, so what I can just say for that right now is stay tuned to the Marvel Mondays program. This is a program that Marvel.com is running, usually every Monday, because the latest Disney Plus episodes come out every Friday. So then on that following Monday, after a couple of days that people have had the time to watch the latest episode, they'll do some new product reveals from T-shirts and cups and stuff like that, to cool things like toys and collectibles. So we've already revealed a couple of legends that way. The fan response have been great for those. We have a couple of other tricks up our sleeve for that. So aren't going to reveal the Disney Plus Legends wave quite yet, or any other items we have, but some have been out there. So go get them when they are available, and all will become clear very soon. It's been a great ride ever since WandaVision started. We have something to look forward to every Friday and something to chat about right away. So that's been great. Stay tuned for more on Disney Plus.